People are losing their homes, losing their jobs, losing pretty much everything with any meaning. The only real thing people have anything left going for them is whatever makes their dopamine rush in the most convenient way possible in their lives. Well, today in this video, we're going to continue our ongoing discussion of the downfall of society. And if you personally feel like you relate to anything in this video, or you just simply like content like this, don't forget to like, comment your thoughts, opinions below, and subscribe to see my daily or per weekly uploads around here at 12 p.m. Central Time. And a huge shout out to everybody who goes above and beyond around here with the support. I really want to take some time out of this video to shout out a few people who have sent super chats over here to this channel. I never really expected people to really rock my content the way they do, and it really feels amazing to see with such certainty that people actually do rock with what I'm doing over here. And I plan to do more so and potentially get this a little more professionally done over here. But either way, it seems like you guys just like me being myself, so that will never change. But if you guys do want to go above and beyond like some of the other supporters, you can check out all the links in my description down here below the video. Now let's begin.
Do you guys ever think about how weird it is that survival has flip-flopped? Back in the day, we had to go out and do physical movement, physical exercise to survive. We had to go hunt things voluntarily, or else we would die of starvation.
Some people still choose to do that.
And now we pay money to go lift heavy things in a box, and occasionally me and the boys will put in for a lottery to go hunting for fun. Not because we need to, but for fun.
Here at 3
Me and the boys. Yeah, I actually have heard about that lottery hunting where you have to, you put in your name or your tag number, whatever, to go raffle for certain spots to be able to go hunting. It is different how back in the day it was like that's the only way to really survive. And I don't think I personally, being, my skinny self, I don't think I'd really ever want to go back to where I could only survive off hunting food, especially with everybody else trying to get game. I think it'd be kind of hard. But at the same time, I love stores, and I don't mind carrying a couple boxes, but I understand what he's saying. It's quite the flip-flop on the terms of survival these days versus that was a few hundred years ago. It's been quite a while.
It might be time to quit. Sign number 1, you dread going to work every day, and not just on Mondays. Sign number 2, there's no room for growth, and you're starting to feel stuck. Sign number 3, your job is starting to affect your mental and physical health. If any of these sound familiar, it might be time to start figuring out your next steps.
A lot of people do feel that way about the jobs they've had for years. Maybe jobs they just recently got. I feel like I say this so much, people don't like when I say it. Even people I know don't really like when I say it, but most people only work because they have to. If most people had enough money where they could just rake in the interest of their funds every year and they just live off of that, they wouldn't work if they didn't have to. Especially if they had enough to still be able to flourish on their lifestyle or whatever. I wanted to kind of mention on the last video that there are still people who hunt for our food. All this food that you do get, all the hamburgers, all of the meats that you get at the store, those are hunted by somebody else. Now, who knows what's in the bologna and in the hot dogs, but I also love some of that stuff as well. I am a cheap eater because I'm a poor brokey like the rest of us. Shout out to all the people who donate around here because y'all really helped me survive.
Most people think that they're going to retire, which is quite funny. I mean, like a millennial, you're going to need 30 million of tomorrow's dollars to retire.
30 million? Ma'am, excuse you. I wonder if that's accurate. I mean, maybe I need to pull out one of these online calculators, but that seems a little bit steep, doesn't it, honey? I don't know if I'm going to live that long and need that much money. I don't know how much money I would need necessarily to live for the rest of my life. Please let me know down below in the comments how much money you guys think you need to quit your job or let alone live for the rest of your life comfortably in any sort of sense, comfortably. It's quite the question. I think I've asked it on here before. I might make a poll. I plan to start doing more community posts on this channel, and I also plan on doing some live streams eventually here. If I can figure out necessarily more of a theme, I don't know, maybe just topic based. I can just hop on there and talk to you guys, but we'll see. That's in the near future. Just update on that.
On 100 grand a year.
Yeah,
in today's dollars.
It's insane.
Million.
It's insane because like everybody used to go, oh, millionaire. If I can just get to $1 million, I'm set.
Yeah.
Not the case anymore. $1 million, you're going to burn through that like nothing.
I would love to try it. Please let me get $1 million and let me try that myself. I would love to hop on that test.
If you want to be successful in England, rule number 1, do not move out of your parents' house. It doesn't matter what everybody tells you to move out, do not do it. Sacrifice.
I wonder if in England, please let me know if there's anybody watching from over the pond, the UK area, if there is a stigma about moving out early when you are in your early years of your adulthood, because in the US, it was known for the longest that you move out when you're 18, if not college, you're going to probably get some studio or one-bedroom apartment until you figure it out. Find a girlfriend, settle down, build a family, get a house, get a real job, quote-unquote real job, a career. what's a real career? Nobody knows anymore, especially not young adults or Gen Z millennials. I want to mention this because like I've been saying in every video for 10 videos now, people are going to start shacking up. It's going to be more normalized. I personally moved in with family. I don't have a mom and dad to move back into, but a lot of people will be doing that if they have the chance to, which a lot of people do, and good for you if you do. But if you don't, you're going to have to get some friends, move in with 6, 7 friends. You can sleep on the floor as long as you're only paying $200-300 a month. You can stack for a few months, and get right back on your feet.
It's 5 years.
Yes.
The problem young people have is that the poor impress the poor because we are poor and we're impressing another poor person to look rich, which is backwards.
Yeah.
If you grew up poor, the most difficult time of your life might be right after you've made a lot of money. Because when this happens, you'll be in a new situation with very little frame of reference. And to the human mind, a new thing isn't good or bad. It's just new. You will have to learn about wealth protection, hedonistic adaptation, and taxes. You'll be coming across the realization that money itself doesn't make you happy, but it can enable happiness. And if you're not noticing that, then you're probably already getting lost in escapism.
Escapism? I guess if you do have enough time on your hands, you probably will get lost in something, good or bad.
You might have severe anxiety about losing the wonderful thing that you never had before. And not only that, but everyone you know will expect you to be happy about what just happened because their goal is to make money. You won't be dealing with the same problems they do, but that doesn't make all your problems go away. This is true, but unrelatable, so you will have to navigate loneliness and new friends. Wealth is good, and it's good to achieve something that makes it possible for you to work on new problems. But if you're feeling lost, that's an understandable thing to experience. You're in a new place.
Okay, this dude's kind of starting to creep me out. Let's get past his face. Honestly, he spins some truth. You can tell he kind of wrote up that script. Fair enough, I've done so sometimes, especially when I started making these videos. It's really easy to get your thoughts in order. You can definitely have a more structured, thought-out sentence or paragraph, however long you want to, release your thoughts to the world. But he's spins some truth. But at the same time, I mean, there's hoops and hurdles to everything. And you can't let fear or the unstoppable or the unknown stop you from getting to where you might want to go, or maybe you would like to see if you could ever get there. Now let's hear this pretty girl tell us about how the world's about to end.
United States trying to speed run another Great Depression? Great question, so glad you asked. I'm Kara Perez, I'm a financial educator, and here's what you need to know. We have a new presidential administration, and they're trying to remove a lot of things that help protect consumer finances. The consumer in this case, that's you, that's me, it's regular people. Our current admin is trying to bypass Congress to collapse the FDIC into the Treasury Department. FDIC insurance is something that almost all banks offer, and it protects your cash in that bank up to $250,000. This is something that was implemented after the bank runs of the Great Depression, and it helps keep our banking system strong overall. The admin is also trying to get rid of the CFPB, the Consumer Financial Protections Bureau. This is an independent agency that helps do things like sue financial service companies that are using predatory practices or charging high junk fees for no reason. Both FDIC insurance and the CFPB are things that can help the average American feel safe about our financial systems. Will changing or losing them cause a depression? Honestly, at this point, nobody knows. What we do know is that it's more important than ever that you have a financial plan that includes, yes, financial literacy and yes, saving and investing your money, but also things like community building and knowledge growth. You need to have a high yield savings account, you need to have an investment account, but you also need to know your neighbors' names. Finances are just one part of our life, a big part, an important part, but remember, wealth comes in many forms. And now is a really good time to be investing not only in your finances, but in other types of wealth.
Alright, well, that's not the first time that a pretty chick has told me that my life's about to be over. And still here, kicking, screaming, walking, breathing, trying my best. And I do want to hear all your guys' thoughts and opinions in terms of the current situation of the society, the job market, the economy, all that stuff. Please let me know all your thoughts and opinions about that down below in the comments, as well as other further topics or discussions you'd like me to touch on in the near future. Shout out to everybody who supports me over here, especially my Patreon supporters, my channel memberships, my super chatter donators. You guys are the best, and I cannot believe I have people who support me like that. I really want to give a huge shout out to you guys. So let me post you right up here again. And yeah, if you want to check out any of that stuff to support me over here, this is really how I'm rocking out right now. So my best way to support me is through these types of endeavors. You can check all that down below in the description. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.